What's up, y'all? I'm FGMG Tony. I can be reached on all social platforms at FGMG Tony, #1.
Yeah, so we was talking a little earlier. You had a lot of interesting things to say. So the thing I want to know from you is, when you log on to social media, do you see more positive images or negative images?
That's actually a good question. I believe opinionize is a lot more negative than positive because I mean we at the age right now where everything is at the touch of a finger. Like it's access. Like people don't understand that knowledge is the new money. You know what I mean? They may say clout the new money, but it's really knowledge. Like what are we really using these platforms for? Like more or less like what about the billionaire giants that run these platforms, and look at us as the small man, or the little man that they can just step on and do anything, but we only doing what they allow. You know what I mean?
Right. Are you familiar with Chuck D?
Yeah, I am for Chuck D, Public Enemy.
Right, for sure. Well,
play,
he always say attention is the new currency.
It is.
So how do you feel about that in terms of the positive and negative images?
I mean, it can be used. That's another.
Because if you use more negative images, it seems like you get a lot more attention, right?
True. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, I mean, some people make a lot of money off having a negative image. It all depends on the way they're going about it. I guess all publicity is somewhat good publicity. You know what I mean? But that's a moral thing to me too, though. Like I'm really big into morals and character. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a stand on principle. It's things I wouldn't do for money. You know what I mean?
Right. So when it comes to images and self-esteem, what do you think these images do to young people's self-esteem where they see as negative images?
Yeah, I think it can hurt. It more hurts them than help them. I mean, hip hop in the mainstream is so pressed upon the image and what they're trying to portray. You know what I mean? Out here to these younger people. And some of these, you got to understand, this blood money. Like, I don't want to name certain artists, but these artists, it's like they getting paid to put their own people down. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, the image becomes so much bigger than the talent. Like, you thinking about everything you don't have instead of thinking about what you do have and what you can work with. You know what I mean? It can put a lot of pressure on you, the pressure to have the money, the cars, the girls, you know what I mean?
Right.
And thinking that that's needed to stand on top of your music when, it's talent, it's a little bit of both,
Right. So in terms of your music, what do you plan to do as an artist to kind of change things as far as our youth are concerned and the path they're headed down?
I'm trying to save the youth. I want to save the babies. It's all about the children to me. Like adults, they gonna do what they do. If I can save a few of my own in my own generation, of my own kind of, but more or less it's like of the younger generation, like coming up, like they don't have to do as we did. They can do better than us. Like our OGs, they lied to us, man. They sent us on dummy missions, telling us like this was the way to go in the gangster route and this and that. No, be the person that you are. Be who you are. Be different. If everybody going right, you need to go left. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's be a good father, be a good parent, be a good person in life, period. I love, heal the world. You know what I mean?
Right, right. So when I pick up, or nowadays when I download or stream a FGMG Tony album or EP, what should I expect as far as content, lyricism, production, quality of production? What should I be looking for or looking forward to?
You'll hear me talk about a lot about my life, like my real life, a lot of situations. You gonna hear me talking about a lot of mistakes that I don't want these younger cats to make. You know what I mean? Learn from me. I'm gonna tell you what I did so I can tell you not to do it as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes they say you do it so the others didn't have to do it. I want to be one of them people that tell these cats, selling drugs, that ain't the way to go. Being a gangster, that ain't the way to go. Like risking your life, taking yourself away from your family, taking somebody else away from their family, that ain't the way to go. You know what I mean? It's different ways we can win. That's shackles to me. You know what I mean?
Right, no doubt. So you basically use your life experiences as teaching moments to the youth, correct?
For sure. Right. Yeah, I believe that's the only way to teach, like through lessons. You sometimes, everybody gotta. I'm not knocking no man to doing or what they're doing. Your life is your life. I'm not God, so I ain't here to judge. You know what I mean? Only God can judge us at the end of the day. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. we black, man, you know, and you know how we looked at as in America as a black man, especially a young black man. So that's just a danger to us alone. You know what I mean? Being young and black, being a black man, period, in society today is dangerous. But you know, don't get these people what they want. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all an agenda. You know, you can't be a part of the agenda, man. Break it. We shouldn't be out here killing our own kind. You know what I mean?
Right.
We definitely shouldn't be glorifying it in rap music.
Right. So, as far as your music is concerned, you know, you have it on different streaming platforms. Do you think that's the best way to distribute your music, or do you think it's better to still use hard copies and maybe sell them for $10?
Yeah, I mean, I remember being out the trunk with my daughter. I had my 5-year-old daughter. We was in the streets, trained to finesse. My first EP. We made money. We made a lot of money. It's a good hustle, you know. But that's the old school way. I will say, like, these streaming companies, they ain't it no more. You know, they raping us. You know, like I said, like we was talking about earlier before, you know, coming in the elevator. You know, these cats, we don't know the game. Like, you have to really understand the game. Like, you want to be more about your money than being about your celebrity or your following, or you don't gotta have big following to make money. It's people we don't even see or hear on the radio or nothing mainstream that make millions of dollars every day.
Not to cut you off, but what they got learned is, like, a lot of my favorite rappers, they've been underground or independent
For
30, 40, 50 years.
For sure.
You know, they never worked a job. At least, you know, a lot of them don't. But they're able to sell their music, you know, physically, you know, direct to consumer. You know, you hit them up directly. You know, let me get a CD, and they go shoot you that CD, and you go pay whatever they charge.
Right.
And they're able to provide for themselves by that, you know, along with other things, shows or what have you. Right. You know, the illusion is they want you to think you got to go through them. That's the only way you're going to be famous. Yeah, you might be famous, you might get a lot of followers or likes or whatever, but do you get to control the money?
Nah, it's no control of the money. I mean, because an artist takes an advance, and at the time that you don't know that you're taking an advance, the label putting points on that advance. You know what I mean? I don't know the exact point scale, but I mean, let's just be metaphorically, we could say a 300K advance might cost you 1.1, you know what I mean? A mil or so, if that. And what happens if you can't pay the advance back? Like, the industry, the label has to get their return. I mean, so you that's something to think about before you even taking the money.
Right. So that's one thing you did say behind the scenes, was that you would never take a record deal. Why is that? Even if that could push your career to the next stratosphere, the next universe, would you take that record deal?
No, I wouldn't. Key man insurance. Okay, so these big labels, these big companies, corporations, they have key man insurance. A lot of people don't even know what that is, right? So at the point you signing a contract with the label can insure you under their company. They don't have to tell your family. They don't have to inform you. They don't have to. It's only the people that's on this policy. These returns like 10, 15 times more average than the average life insurance policy. So think about a lot of artists dying in between 2016 or so. Like, the labels made a lot of money because they gonna get their return, period. If you can't pay, it's insured. If something end up happening to you,
wow,
then you know they gonna get paid.
So you think that's why a lot of rappers die? It's because of the insurance they have on the rappers?
I want to say I do, yeah. From the research I've known and I've read, yeah. I think, so, quote unquote, selling your soul. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think we in a lose situation signing with these people. You know, especially when they put you in a place and they put you here. Once they feel like you're not valuable, then that's it.
Right. Yeah, I think they got statistical data for these artists as far as, you know, with the streams and stuff like that. Yeah. Same way basketball have analytic departments. The labels have analytic departments. And what they do is they see what's trending, you know, okay, 5% less people view this artist. You know, 2 months from now, we projected that he's gonna be down 23%.
Right.
Let's get rid of him now and get the money before, you know, we invested in somebody that's not going to produce
Right.
or don't have the influence that they once had.
Yes, that's true. I mean, it's a known fact in the analytics. Anybody can pull this up as information, public information, that artists do better posthumous than they do alive.
Yeah, most definitely. I think, you know, with Tupac and Biggie, you know,
For
even
sure.
Mac Dre, the list goes on and on. You know, the streaming numbers probably go up, or the record sales probably go up.
Yeah,
you know,
hundreds and hundreds of.
Yeah, yeah. Then not just that, you selling T-shirts,
yeah,
you selling
all around.
towels, you selling socks. You know, all of the merchandise, the old
Right.
records, the old posters. All of those numbers are going to go up.
Right, and that all goes back to the label.
Yeah, you did. You see what I'm saying? Like,
You leave
what are
how
you gonna
came.
do? You know, if you did, you can't control the money.
Right. I believe you leave how you come in is how you leave out. You come in with nothing, you leave with nothing.
That's a fact, because there's no armored trucks, no Brinks trucks at the funeral. You know?
Right.
That's why people spend it now. You know.
Right.
Self-consciously, you spend it now because you could die or go to jail at any given moment.
Right. I believe we need to pay less attention to the fame and more attention to a foundation. You know what I mean? I'm with building a foundation for my family, like off of my talent. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't gotta be the richest person. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be known by the world. Right. Being known by the world is dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. So let people know what you got coming up in the future, and what are your expectations for your future projects, even for your own career.
Okay, I'm working on releasing Train to Finesse 2 right now. Like within the next couple of weeks, the music is already done. I'm just waiting on the pre iTunes thing. They gonna do a pre-release for me. I'm working on 3 Sides podcast. Me and my videographer right now that we putting together, like on information as this right here, like to everyday life, you know, just for my people. I want to do something for my people and let them understand that knowledge is money. You know, the money is in the knowledge, man. Like, it's right in front of us, the world at the front of our hands. You know, there's so many things that we don't know because we feel like we done lost, or, you know, we can't gain, or we don't have the information to be able to access things. You know what I mean? That's really more important to me, and me pushing the next artist forward, you know, out of my own hometown, give them the gift of things that I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Right. So yeah, you mentioned pushing other artists in your hometown. Where is your hometown?
I'm from Northview.
Northview.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is interesting for me because I don't often get to talk to young up and coming artists, you know, and I'm from Norfolk too, so not even locally. So what is the rap scene like, or local rap scene like, where you from in Norfolk, Virginia?
I honestly couldn't tell you that at the moment. I try to keep up. Matter of fact, shout out to Pilot Fly 757. Pilot doing this thing, you know. A couple of cats that I see pushing through. But you know, it's a big hold on Virginia, man. Like, I believe it's a lot of big icons out here that could have done more things to, you know, broaden the horizon on the music scene. But I think people think it's like less money in it if they put people on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And per se, because we got some of the biggest artists in the world, producers. You know what I mean? Come right from here, from our hometown. You know what I mean? I can't understand it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the politics of it.
So what do you think it takes to push yourself forward and get noticed, you know, locally, in a landscape where you got everybody rapping? It's an oversaturated market. So how do you push yourself forward and get noticed to the top?
Originality and traction, because traction does everything. You know what I mean? Without traction, we can't really go nowhere as artists. So controlling your own traction and really originality, you know, being different from the rest. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's better not to blend in.
So we come in kind of full circle with this conversation, because you mentioned traction, and we mentioned attention is the new currency, and most of the attention is negative. So you said a lot of positive things today. So how do you plan on getting people to stop scrolling, but all of your images are positive?
Ah man,
That's a hard thing to
it
do.
is. It is. I mean, it's
There's no
hard.
controversy. You ain't say F nobody. You ain't got no beef with nobody.
Right.
You ain't got no paperwork on nobody. So how do you plan on getting people to stop scrolling where it's just all positive images? It's you putting your music out, and you know it's good music, it's great music, but it's nothing negative.
Right. I mean, I believe that's in every artist community. You build your. I'm working on building my own community. Like, as long as I don't need the biggest community, I can build a like-minded people of 1,000 people. 10,000 people inside my own. Like, in the whole world. I'll take that. You know what I mean? $5, $10 t-shirts, $5 releases, anything up and down the line. Real supporters. You can go far with that. You don't need to have the world. You know what I mean?
Right. As long as you can reach a few people,
right,
and they take heed to the message,
right,
and
they support
they
the
learning
message
from you, y'all growing together. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm definitely looking forward to following your career, sir. And one more time before we get out of here, let people know where they can get the music, where they can find you on social media.
Okay. You can find me at FGMG TONY on all social platforms. All social platforms. You can get my music on all social platforms.
Real quick, let them know what you got up there now.
I got November 19th is my most recent project I dropped for my grandmother in celebration of her passing. That was her birthday. Real important person in my life. And I got Caravaggio, which is my first EP that's up there right now on all social platforms. And y'all look out for Training Finesse 2 on the way, coming soon.
All right, for sure, man. Thank you one more time, man. Thank you again, man.
Thank you, man.
And you
always a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing more from you.
We're gonna do this again.
Yeah, we gonna do this again. We definitely gonna catch up and see where you at. Okay. As you continue to grow as an artist and continue to grow as a person.
I appreciate that, my brother.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's your boy, Aguilar Don Bishop. New album out, Endangered Species Protocol. And right now, we getting the interview live right now on Circle the Block Radio. You already know what it is, Propane Campaign. Let's get it.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is the Wild Cowboy with a lot of style, boy, one of one. Punch him up to get beat down. Slow down. Hey, baby. And I'm here with Circle the Block. You understand that? The great Sadat Circle the Block. Peace.
Right, man. Hey, y'all better be circling the block for Circle the Block Radio. If you know what's good, nigga. Know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Shout out my man Darrell and you.
No doubt, no doubt.